But now you want to sell the platform. So all these people are now sharing their opinions. And furthermore, we got new people in, more important people, C-level people that talk a different language, that are harder to get access to, and expect a different type of education. And this is usually the challenge that I see when folks are trying to make this transition. That's the decision-making unit. That's the DMU. And just to define them in even a more abstract standpoint, you can usually kind of fit every person in one of 5 boxes. There could be the economic buyer. That's the most important person. That's the hardest person to get to. That's the person like probably the COO or the COO or the CFO or the CIO in your world, and you probably don't get access to them to the deep in with the meetings. And they care about like moving the profit margin, moving the share price. They care about like ROI and time to value and all that kind of stuff. And then you got the user buyer, which you've been dealing with a while. They care about going home early to their kids. They care about saving time. They care that this thing's easy to use. The economic buyer doesn't care about that. They really don't care. But the end user, the user buyer, they care a lot. And then you got the scary technical buyer. Wow, are they scary? Because they can't get you a yes, but they work really hard at no. Because they're like literally sitting there like, I got everything perfect. Don't touch it. Because if we touch it, we might get a bug or a security flaw, and then I'm going to get fired. So please, let's not buy anything new. But they're really critical in this journey to the platform. And then even more important is the champion and the coach. I don't know if you use that terminology, but you probably do in different ways. But I want to walk through it. It's so important that we understand who a champion is, what their difference is from a coach, and how to find the right champion. The difference is they both look at it a different way. They're typically functional business leaders. They're typically like trying to drive the business forward, maybe try to change, try to drive innovation. But the difference is the champion can get that deal done in the buyer, and the coach cannot. All right? And so we have to really uncover what the difference is there on those two folks. All right? So this is what we talked about last year. I had mentioned, it's a slight nuance, but it's an important nuance that like when you think about the way you sell and you stop thinking about it as going through the motions and getting messages in front of the buyer and forcing them through the funnel and getting them to a close, but instead think about how do they think about buying and how can I support them to buy? Then suddenly a lot of our job in the go-to-market function makes sense.